So this guy still needs his starter. But I have something else here. It's not a bomb, I swear. So this, for people who have no idea what this is a Honda Element. They did not come with factory hood struts. That's nice. Probably don't need that. I had been planning to do this the next weekend. But the problem with this guy is that this strut keeps coming out. So we're gonna put hood struts in here. What will happen on most cars is you'll see this little clip here. It's just a little push clip, and it holds this rod in, will fail, and it creates a bit more of a dangerous work environment. Now I could just buy a new clip. It's probably 20 cents on Amazon, but I wanted to upgrade because this is my daily driver, and when you have a daily driver, you like it to be nice. On that note, there's a kit on Amazon, and it was like 60 bucks, but it comes with instructions, so we're gonna follow those as best as I can. It's pretty simple, right? You have your two brackets, one of which is gonna go here, one of which is gonna go here. You have two styles of brackets. Don't use the same bracket on the hood and the fender. You have your mounting bolts for those brackets, and then here's your tiny brackets. And your strut is gonna sit in this channel here. They did kind of design it for a hood strut because this car is based on the Honda CR-V, but the CR-V strut is not directly compatible, so that kind of sucks. But when you can't use the OEM parts, you adapt and you overcome. These are kind of cool. I didn't know they were carbon. I don't know about you folks on YouTube, but I'm a visual learner, so what I'm seeing here is that the tiny bracket goes right there, and the big bracket goes right here. So they don't need extra mounting bolts, you just need one extra bolt for that hole. These brackets should just fit right on. Should be that easy, right? There's not going to be any complications like with that vehicle. Both of these bolts on both sides of the car are 10mm. You only need to take out this top one for the tiny bracket. Do not use the bottom one. You won't get enough leverage. The bolts supplied with the kit are also 10mm hardware, so you only need one socket. Also, if you have any attachment, like I used to have pod lights, you can technically ground them out to this hole now because you're going to have a bolt through there. So this is kind of dual purpose. It gives you a place to mount something like a relay or a ground, and you get hood struts. Now that we have this loosely mounted, you'll see you have a little bit of adjustment with this bottom one. You want it to be as flat as possible. Also, you want this hinge to go around and down the fender. You can mix these two up pretty easily. They are very similar. This one, however, will go. It'll be gone forever, but it'll go on this side. I'll grab that later. You're gonna have two of these little tiny brackets, and they're gonna sit on that part of the hood. This one goes on your right side or your driver's side right here, and the other one goes in the same place on the passenger side over there. Once again, you're going to have just a little bit of adjustment with these, so you can put the strut on now and adjust it if you like, or you can tighten them up and leave them. Either way, the strut will still do its job. I personally am going to put this on now and adjust it because that's how I operate. It says you're supposed to cut that with a scissor. I don't have a scissor, I have this. Once you get these guys out, depending on your model, you might have a little pin like this. You're going to knock this set out with a screwdriver. You may also have different styles, because apparently this company cannot make up their mind. Once you get that end link back on, you take the pin that you took out and you're going to thread it through those two holes, and you're going to snap it around the bottom. It's going to look a little bit like that. Now that you've gotten one strut on one side, you just got to put it on the other side. Or assemble it first and then put it on, because it's a lot easier to get the clips on that way. It's worth noting, this alone will not hold the hood up. You do need to leave this prop rod in place until your other strut is on. And I'm going to leave this on even though I have the hood struts, because you never know. Things can still fail even if they're designed to last forever. It's a nice safety to have even if the safety itself is compromised because of that stupid little clip. And if you were curious, I do believe that's actually carbon. They are surrounded by a plastic sleeve though, so the carbon fiber doesn't do anything in the way of structural rigidity. It just looks cool. That's what I'm here for. I like that. there you go. That's 2 hood struts, and as you can see, we don't need that guy anymore. That's pretty cool. Now that you have your hood struts, you can now flex in all the elements at other Honda Element meets. I don't have any in my area, but it's cool, I have hood struts now. That thing is next, I swear. I'll fix that sometime today. This might actually be easier to fix than that, but we're saving this for later because there's a lot more money that has to go into this. If you're wondering where to find this kit for yourself, I will throw it in the description. I'm not sponsored, by the way. I just like these. They're cool.